Tomorrow could not wait. I'm not sure if the event is actually finished now, but it's been 3 days, and 3 days is usually how long it takes for the entire event plot to finish. Of course, also the interrogations, which are just as important, but unfortunately, those tend to take way longer, which is annoying, but what can I do? Read the interrogation in Chinese. Oh, hello. I need to do my dailies first.
My, you're in such a hurry. Missing me that much? Easy now. I'm not going anywhere. I promised to stay by your side, didn't I?
Nice. I really wish there was an archive of the events that show up in that somewhere in game. Waking up from blue, falling to the dreamland, sky begins to bloom. Welcome to Elise and everything you do.
Oh,
Everything you feel.
are you here to see Michi?
12.
Feel free to take the time to look at the new supplies, too.
Walking on the sea, feel the breath around me, floating on the breeze, drifting in the freedom. Everything you do, everything just feels alright, alright. Now let's go. Are their drop rates increased right now or something? The sun is melting in the sea, or it's the clouds where flying is considering. Where miracles come into you, don't look away. You know that things will fall apart, but not in here. You know that dreams are not just dreams, they feel so real. You know this place is all for you, don't hope to stay. dust in the garden, zombies on the road, silent, searing. It is written on bones, take down Satan. I'll be back on the show, pumping rhythm, getting out of control. I gotta give it a rap. I wanna kill this boredom with my bullets. Rock 'em down ahead and run, 'cause I don't give a fuck. You have limited time consumables.
Are you here to see Michi? Feel free to take the time to look at the new supplies, too.
That's Yao? What the hell?
Since the sacred dance allows no room for error, I once thought the gods were harsh and unreasonably demanding. But now I see. This dance isn't meant just for the gods. Mic check, testing, Hey, now that you're here, eyes on me.
I'll be right back. I want one snack. What the fuck? Yoink. I need to try this out. Alright, yeah. Bruh. You suck at math. Oh, they're locked by day, not level. I feel kinda stupid now. Is that Wanzu?
Yes, The pulse reading service is truly free. Rest assured, I won't be like those Disc City shops selling worthless weeds for 20,000 disc coins. And to that customer over there, worry not. I'm not after your horns and fur.
Business appears to be thriving. That's great. I hope she can enjoy the fate. Either by finding some relief from what's been haunting her, or even better, discovering what she's been searching for.
So she's the one who helped you through that lousy tale and delivered you safely back to me? She must be quite skilled indeed. Come on, let's go see her stall. I might just have to thank her myself. Greetings, my friends. Would you like your pulse read? I can prescribe medicine for minor ailments, though I'm afraid I don't have any specific remedies for toothaches from overindulging in sweets.
Amazing.
Oh my, what a pity. But please, don't treat us as customers. To every local on the street, you're our guest. How are you enjoying your time as a vendor? Have you had a chance to visit the other stalls? Are you ready to make your wish? It's been fine. And yes, I've looked around. As for the wish, I suppose I have one prepared, but... I'm glad you're enjoying yourself. As for the wish, it should stay a secret until the ceremony ends. Don't you think?
Dang it. No, this is fine, actually.
Okay, fine.
Tremble before me, Yuffie!
Turn into ashes.
Good show's about to Good show's about to start. Good show's about to start.
Behold, the grand entrance of the money. Behold, the grand entrance of the...
Solar fire!
Good show's about to start. Good show's about to start.
Yes, it's about to begin. Go see for yourself. After all, you haven't made your wish yet, have you? Follow me. The Fate's main activities only last for 3 days. By midnight tonight, you'll see the locals wrapping up their stalls, tidying the streets, checking their stocks, and tallying up their earnings. And most importantly, they'll gather all the wish slips from the wisteria branches and transcribe them onto sky lanterns. Tomorrow, as the locals bid farewell to their guests, they will light up the lanterns, carrying the wishes to the heavens above, blessing all the visitors with good fortune for the year ahead. So, this is your final opportunity to make a wish to the Wisteria Fairy. Don't be shy. Spill your heart's desire.
I just want this place over and done with. Since when do Eastian gods have any say in this city's affairs? Besides, it's all just a made-up story.
Come on now. A wish is a wish no matter where it's from. Look. I hope business picks up next year. Less funerals and more celebrations. Better earnings for the diners, and may Syndicate prosper evermore. I wish I could go back to Goldianville next year. Oh wait, I can do that myself. Let me change it. I wish I could take everyone to Goldianville for Spring Festival next year, and they can all see my lion dance.
Nice.
Look, how earnest and joyful your Dis-City friends are.
And they're all trapped here by you. I still haven't settled the score with you about how you've trapped everyone here.
I'm just hoping for more bonuses, catching a few more S-class sinners maybe. Or at least not running out for nothing.
Hope next year will be peaceful, with less overtime, and more days off so I can grab some time to date some hot guys.
Nice.
Hope this crisis ends soon, along with the tide of ashes and those black rings. Above all, I wish for peace in the city, so everyone can live their lives undisturbed.
Hope we can make another breakthrough in mania research, so everyone can return to their normal lives.
May all be well.
Wait, Nightingale's in here too?
Any ideas coming up? You're not planning to wish for 100 more wishes, are you?
Just thinking. If you aren't up to no good, this could really be a wonderful place. Like a perfect, heartwarming story. It's so different from the world outside. From my time.
Your time? What is it like?
Those old days. Wow, this is a new image. Where I'm from, we don't have the custom of making wishes because there's no flower fairy to grant them. Even if we did have one, could the flower fairy grant my wish to end the calamities and the race mania? What? It's technically the charger for the Switch, but it's Type-C if that's what you're wondering. I think I have a spare, like, downstairs, and the others is just, this one has a long wire and it's really convenient.
Pero type C yung gamit.
Mhm.
Type C to USB.
Okay.
Mattress na kailangan para sa ano?
Ano?
Para ancient
Ah.
city ba?
Right. Stronghold. That's what it's called. I also keep forgetting.
Stronghold.
Yeah.
Ancient.
Be sure to search for the one that says Young's Better Stronghold version or something. Not the vanilla one, since those don't exist anymore technically. They are replaced with that one. Surely many others would have wished for the same thing. If this wish really came true, our world wouldn't be the way it is now. That's why I don't make wishes. Some wishes, once spoken out loud, only remind us of how impossible they are. Better to keep them unspoken.
That's amazing. Your story is just as fascinating as any tale. Won't you tell me more? I'd love to hear it.
Lady, I have tales for days. Did you even understand what I was saying?
Of course I did. That was quite the year-end review. Over the past year, 2 years, or even longer, you've fought countless battles and overcome endless challenges to protect your city and the people you care about. Despite all the unexpected disasters and shocking twists of fate, despite all the suffering you've endured, you've powered it through to another year. That's truly remarkable.
Never mind. Our worlds are too far apart. It was a bit silly of me to talk about those serious matters with a spirit like you. Let's go.
Come now, we're not so different. How about I tell you a story? Once upon a time, there was a little girl born beneath the wisteria vines and raised among the blooming flowers. Everyone at the Wisteria Pavilion was like a mother to her, and everyone on Bloomfade Street. They were all her fathers, uncles, aunts, brothers, and sisters.
No, the Type C to your maybe this, I'm using it.
Type C to USB.
Why do you need it?
Bagong power bank kasi.
Anong luma kung... Ah, there. I believe it's in my bag. How about I go grab it? If it doesn't, I have plenty of alternatives.
Everyone said she was a child of the millennium-old Wisteria, born to be the guardian of the streets, and when she grew up, she would become a flower fairy and grant the wishes of all who came to pray at the fete. And so, day after day, the little girl practiced her magic skills, and year after year, carefully noted down every wish made by every visitor. She vowed that once her powers were strong enough, she would grant them all, one by one. Later, she found her old baby swaddling clothes. Tucked away inside were her birth record and a faded wish tag. In this story, there is no wish-granting flower fairy, only people powerless to change their fate. Does a story like this feel a little closer to home? Their times were just as troubled. War raged everywhere, visitors dwindled, and fates became harder to uphold. Even the weather grew erratic. Winters lost their chill, and wisteria bloomed when New Year should have brought snow. Life was a constant struggle, exhausting and painful. Hard work went unrewarded, and misfortune struck without warning. And when things got
You're
even
right,
worse,
exhausting with warning.
they'd somehow survive until the new year, only to find themselves unable to wish for anything. They couldn't even imagine what better days would look like anymore. Or perhaps, as you said, they simply didn't dare to hope, afraid to wish for the unattainable, terrified that another shattered dream would only make the fall more painful. Yet even in the darkest times, the people of this street never thought of canceling the fete. Visitors still came to celebrate the new year, waiting to see the wisteria bloom as it did every year.
I'm really not a fan of Ying's voice, especially now that we're having a more heart-to-heart moment with her. You'd think she'd change it up a little. And this is definitely a voice direction issue that's been plaguing Path to Nowhere since the beginning. It is a bit of a shame. But Ying's voice actor's doing her best with what she's got, I'm sure.
Because celebrating the new year wasn't just about welcoming another year. It was also to bid farewell to the past. The new year has begun. The past is behind us, no longer holding sway. It's time to remember to release those that weigh too heavily on your heart. Time is always fair and powerful. All those weighty burdens, regret, confusion, anger, remorse, and sorrow. You can entrust them all to time's keeping. Step forward unburdened, leaving the past year behind and embracing the new.
Ying's voice direction, now that I think about it, reminds me a little about Serpent's voice direction. Fun fact, I actually had a wet dream about Serpent last night, where she did BDSM with me as the chief. Nobody needed to know that.
Your time may not be the best of times, but it's certainly not the worst. Because you're there, doing your best, and you're not alone.
I don't know why I'd have such a dream, but there you go.
Since the new year has arrived, and you have to look ahead regardless, why not find something to look forward to? Even if you can't count on things getting better, you don't have to persuade yourself they'll only get worse, right? Besides, I think you could afford to be a little more optimistic. You may
you might
feel
be right
quite
about that.
weary, but all your friends are looking forward to the new year. Isn't that a reward for all your efforts this year? I believe you can make your wishes come true, even without the flower spirit's help.
Leaving the past year behind and embracing the new. Look! A shooting star! Make a wish! Make a wish! It's now or never! Work! Hold on, isn't this the Wisteria Fairy's territory? Talk about being unfaithful! Hey, the shooting star must be the Wisteria Fairy showing her divine powers! This year's wishes are bound to come true! Let me go first! I wish to win back all the money I've lost!
Gamblers, losers. No matter how many times I tell them, they never listen. If only fewer fools would keep throwing their money at me, maybe then I could finally retire. Since you've got cash to spare, boss, how about lending some to yours truly? It's been ages since I last visited the Dragon Palace, and I do miss it.
Then I wish for an easier year, with less drama and fewer troublemakers messing around. I don't really want to play the tough girl all the time.
Nice. Me too, little buddy.
Make a wish?
Wisteria Fairy, hear my prayer. May Ying live a blessed life and find herself a pretty one. Let them visit us during festivals so we can feast our eyes upon such a lovely sight.
Wisteria Fairy, hear my prayer. May Ying live a blessed life and find herself a wealthy one. Let her be well-fed and healthy, never again having to worry about her life.
Wisteria Fairy, hear my prayer. May Ying live a blessed life and find her true love, wherever they may go. Let them be blessed with happiness for all their days.
A bright future awaits. A bright future awaits!
Ying.
See, I didn't lie about the best part of the fate. Isn't it wonderful? The fate should be vibrant and full of life, even if just for a moment. As long as it helps people forget their worries and find joy, it's accomplished its purpose. Me? I'm having a great time. Just a little tired. That's all.
Yeah. I'm charging it right now. Yeah.
I've had so much fun that I'm completely worn out. Time for me to get some sleep. You go on and enjoy yourself. Look, The little lion dancer is looking for you. And your friends from the city, too. There's still a couple of hours before the end. Make the most of it with them. And do remember all the happiness you witness and all the lovely locals you meet here. It will make the perfect ending for this fate. I'd really appreciate it. Now, off you go. Goodbye.
It's not goodbye. It's see you later. I need to do something.
I'll relieve them of pain.
Execution time.
Firewall debugging completed. You're under protection. I should switch to a cooler battle model next time.
I'll relieve them of pain.
If this stinks...
You really like being with me, don't you?
Okay, fine. I'll go. I'll go.
Are you asleep, Ying? I've said goodbye to everyone else. You're the only one left. There's still some time left. I can let you borrow some of my chi. Come out to see me, will you? This place is truly remarkable. It's different from what I imagined, and different from what Yugu wrote about too. You and the locals here are all pretty interesting. Like spirits, but also so human. You've shown me so much of what everyday life is like in Eastia. Yugu couldn't have made all this up, could she? She'd never appreciate such simple joys. I still couldn't figure out how the two of you ended up together. You said this was your fate. I'm wondering, are you a sinner too? No response, and I'll take that as a yes. Were you all in this city? Inside that giant mania tree? After your farewell on the 4th day, are you returning to Eastia? Where exactly? Even the scholars there can't seem to locate you. How about letting my shackles connect to you? Then I could go visit you. I have to admit, I had a great time. It was a joyous fate. But I could see the people of this city enjoying themselves too. Will you come back next year? If you promise not to harm anyone anymore, I think people would love to come visit again. You're right. Maybe we're not so different after all. Perhaps by next year, I'll find a wish of my own. Wish you a good new year.
A good new year.
The Outlander extends a hand, yearning to seize the hazy silhouette, craving words unspoken, longing for a final glimpse of her face. And so, the dream finally ends. In a daze, you catch sight of a familiar face, just as she appeared when you first met. However, it is not Ying.
Chief, thank goodness you woke up too. Are you feeling any discomfort?
Those at your bedside are your trusted companions. You have returned to your real world. You may now find ease.
I'm fine. Everything's good. I just didn't expect to return at this time. Did my chi get drained up again?
Don't be silly. You're in perfect shape. You just got plenty of rest. Why don't you head to the command center? The FAC officers have been waiting for you for a while.
Indeed, they have been awaiting your arrival. The team stands ready, their spirits high as they present you with a thick stack of operation plans.
The arboreal mania entity continues to expand, with internal contamination reaching critical levels. It's on the verge of going berserk. However, we've successfully quarantined the contaminated zone and found our opening. We've pinpointed the contamination center's coordinates, and our frontline units are assembled and ready for deployment. We're only waiting for your orders now, Chief.
The contamination center?
Yes, we got duped, but we still managed to find a clue in that illusion. Those vines crawling over the streets, they spread just like mania in the real world. Turns out the wisteria trees are the very source of the contamination.
Who'd have guessed?
We've also confirmed another major pollution hub at the coordinates where the rust sits. High-frequency spectrum of mania detected. Looks like a highly contaminated sinner is holed up there, and she's likely the root of all this pollution.
The contamination source. Are we going to eliminate it? What about the hostages? All those affected civilians?
Don't worry, Chief. Everyone has regained consciousness. Before you woke up, all the trapped victims had already been freed from the fate, and they are now recovering quickly, both physically and mentally. The civilians in the contaminated area have been fully evacuated. We can now act without restraint. We've heard back from Eastia as well. Based on our encounters at the Fate, they verified the complete story behind the Fate and offered plenty of recommendations. We can now attempt to tackle that monster.
An urgent letter from Eastia is delivered into your hands.
In Eastia, stories of New Year fates and millennium-old wisteria trees are quite common, though only a few were ever documented. With countless adaptations and revisions over time, it's difficult to trace the original legend. However, This wish-making ceremony you mentioned is quite interesting. In ancient traditions, shooting stars were commonly seen as omens of misfortune. The practice of wishing upon them came later, influenced by foreign cultures. This suggests that the fate you experienced is relatively recent, likely within the past 2 centuries. Based on details
That's still
provided such
before
as
nightfall.
dietary customs, we can trace it to a certain frontier region. Combined with the economic impact of distant wars and the early blooming wisteria due to climate change, we can estimate this occurred during the chaotic times around the nightfall. Following these clues, we investigated several ruins where no descendants remained, and examined fragmentary written records. Among them, we stumbled upon a local chronicle about an unnamed fate where, on its 3rd day, people witnessed a rare auspicious shooting star. The records of that fate end there, leaving us in the dark about what followed. However, by translating between the old and new calendars, we can determine that the fate's 3rd day fell on an unspecified date in the 1st year of the nightfall. That celebrated shooting star, recorded as an auspicious omen. It was the perishing star.
Oh shit! They were victim numero uno. I was gonna say, wait, was that a fucking comet heading straight towards them? It fucking was.
And so it was. They say the millennium-old wisteria fate, revered for centuries, was ravaged overnight by the calamity the ominous star brought forth. How many dreams turned to dust? How many hopes lay entombed in its wake? However, perhaps this was destined. When the storm comes, never a single nest survives unscathed. In a world ever so cruel, how can any paradise endure? These moments of joy are mere fortune's accidents, illusions in the void. Everything shall return to its fated end, and that is the ultimate truth I seek. Still, I must thank you all. Your contributions to the 3rd volume have truly breathed new life into these pages. Those distant souls I could never quite reach now shine with such vibrant charm. Therefore, when devastation arrives, it shall be all the more heart-swaying. That is the ultimate beauty I seek. Through my tales, they shall transcend into eternity. And so, dear audience, the tale of the hazy fate draws its last stroke. As the mist disperses, the threads of destiny woven through centuries finally culminate. And you shall bear witness to its final chapter. Together, let us behold what fate unfolds.
Final boss, baby, let's go. Tomorrow. Pretty sure I already did everything there is to do here. Oh, there's still some locked clothing. Yeah, the tome. There's still some locked stuff for them.
A beauty lies lifeless in a well. From a branch hangs a young lord. And beneath the 1,000-armed bodhisattva, countless gold glistens. Come, esteemed guest, take a seat and witness this grand tale unfurl.
Oh, are you here?